thanks for joining us. I'm here today with Matt Pollard at Folklore Coffee in Whitefish. I'm Cindi Jarvis with Engel and Volker's Whitefish, and we're part of the Western Frontier team. Anyhow, I'm excited to interview Matt and find out more about Folklore Coffee here in Whitefish, Montana.
Thanks for having me, Cindi.
Good. So tell me about your business.
Yeah, so we are a family-owned coffee roastery. We roast gourmet coffee at our original location in Conrad, Montana. My brother, for as long as I can remember, loved coffee. He was that 3-year-old that at Christmas time was asking my grandparents if he could have a cup of their coffee. And so he and his wife 2 years ago, or actually, no, that's not true. 8 years ago now, did a mission trip in Africa. And while he was there, he kind of traveled around Africa and learned about the history of coffee and talked to farmers and stuff like that. So when he got back, he thought, I just have to do this. So started the original in Conrad, Montana. And don't tell him this, but he's fantastic at what he does. He is a great roaster who spent a lot of time learning the science behind how to roast and make amazing coffee. And so because of that, as a coffee shop, we kind of do things simple. We don't do a lot of syrups and stuff like that. We do have some of the basics, vanilla, caramel, hazelnut, but we kind of try to highlight that amazing coffee that my brother roasts at that original location in Conrad.
That's awesome. Very impressive, actually. So what would you say, what made you decide to open the business here in Whitefish?
Yeah, so I was actually a teacher for 9 years before this. I taught English and history. And when I decided to get out of education, I kind of saw the passion that my brother had for coffee. And for me personally, I love to learn. If I could constantly be learning something, I'd be happy. So I saw the passion that he had for it, and I wanted to be a part of something like that. And it gave me an opportunity to be close to my brother. And so at the time, the Red Caboose had closed down, and so Montana Coffee Traders was the only coffee shop in town. And we kind of talked it over and decided that it'd be a good business move to make a second location here in Whitefish.
Oh, that's awesome. And what would your customers say that they love most about your business?
I think the thing that we try to highlight, and we say it in our motto, it says coffee, pastries, people in our motto. And we really do highlight the coffee, and we have a great partner in Breadbox Bakery who does our pastries for us.
Cool.
But most of all, that people is a huge part of our business. We love being able to have people walk through the door, and by the time they get to the counter, we're already making their drink because we know what they want to drink. And so having that interaction, that one-on-one interaction with them and asking how their day's going or what they're doing for the holidays is a huge part of what we do. And I think they love the fact that we actively engage in them as people and not just customers who want a cup of coffee.
Right, being connected is so
exactly,
important.
And especially in a small town like Whitefish,
right.
It's so big. And one of the reasons that I love this community too.
Right. So what about, now you have some food items too. Can you tell me a little bit more about everything that you offer?
Yeah, so we pair with Breadbox Bakery, who's a local baker here in Whitefish, and she does all vegan baked goods. So we have huckleberry scones, banana bread, and cinnamon rolls, all of which are vegan, which is a great opportunity for people around this community to get vegan baked goods that you would never know that they're vegan either. I usually don't tell people until after they've tried them, and they're like, no, that can't be possible. So she does an amazing job, and we're lucky to have her. And then we also partner with Swift Creek Cafe, and right now during the cold months, they're doing soups for us during the week, and then during the summer, they make sandwiches for us. So
that's awesome.
Lucky to have two great partners who are really good at what they do.
I love that idea of not trying to outdo someone else, but working together to provide a great service to people. So that's awesome. So what made you choose Whitefish?
So I was teaching in Kalispell at the time, and I love the area. During the summer, I hike at every possible time that I can. I love being half an hour from Glacier Park and being able to drive over there anytime I want to. Not many people can say that they have a national park in their backyard, and we're very lucky to have that. So during the summer, I love to hike. I love being on the lake and on the water, and we're lucky too that we have ample opportunity for lake use. Within half an hour, we probably have 10 or 20 lakes that we can go visit too. And so when I got out of education, everything I was looking at was taking me out of the Flathead Valley, and I was like, I don't want that to be the case. So love the community, love the outdoor opportunities that Whitefish affords me, and so it just made sense to open the coffee shop in a place that I love, in a community that I love.
That's awesome. Now the location, it says 2nd Street, so explain to people how to get to the coffee shop.
Yeah, so the building we're in itself is, the address for the building is 2nd Street. However, we're on the Baker side of that. So if you happen to be at Glacier Bank or anywhere there, it's right across the street on Baker from Glacier Bank. Right down the street, we have a couple great businesses too, in Whitefish Barber Shop and Axe Head and Flathead Industries, the Whitefish Liquor Store. So lucky to have great business partners just a few doors down from us. So
yeah, well, I'm excited because you're right by our shop, and I'm
Yeah.
excited that it's just walking distance and I can get here, so I think that's awesome. Well, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and joining me. I'm Cindi Jarvis with Engel & Volker's Western Frontier and Whitefish, and I have been having the opportunity to interview Matt Pollard, with the owner of Folklore Coffee in Whitefish, Montana. And I hope you come and try it out. Shop is really cute, great space, good music, great coffee. So hope to see you soon.
thank you, Cindy.